Welcome back friends, this is Fraser from Art Studio. Today let's learn how to create a stylized hair for male character or any short stylized hair using Zbrush. So let's get started. First we'll take any tool from the tool menu and scroll down to the initialize option. Turn the Z rest to 3 as well as the X rest to 3 and hit on the Q cube button. This will create a cuboidal structure or a shape with 3 divisions vertically and horizontally and 1 division along the height. Turn the camera to the top view and select the gizmo. Now scale the shape a bit, somewhat like this. Since it's a stylized hair, we'll be selecting this middle face loop using the Z modeler tool. Simply hover over a face and press the space bar button. You get this option box. Select extrude, poly loop flat and one side poly and then extrude it. Now let's modify the shape. This will be the base mesh for the IMM hairbrush. I will now make it a single polygroup by pressing Ctrl plus W. Now let's crease the edges using the Z modeler tool. Crease all the edges wherever the hard edge is required to hold the shape properly. We now need to split this mesh into 3 different polygroups, the top one, the middle one and the bottom one. This will help to create the hair strands using the curve, where the top one will be root of the hair. The middle polygroup will act along the entire curve to form the entire hair, and the bottom one will be the tip of the hair. Now for using it as a curve brush or an IMM tool, we first need to turn on the curve option under the strokes menu. I will now turn this subtool into an insert mesh brush or an IMM brush. Go to the brush panel, create insert mesh, then click on new to create a new insert mesh brush. As you can see, I have created one more and modified a bit. This will give us a different type of hairstyle. Using the same process, I will click the curve mode on and also select the scale option this time to show you how the scale varies and how we can influence the tapering using this curve modifier using the graph. Let's append this brush now to the same brush palette. This will add this new modified brush into the same palette along with the first IMM brush. For that, don't forget to keep the IMM brush selected in your brush palette. It's now time to test it. For that, simply take any sphere 3D or any basic shape and turn it into Polymesh 3D. Now draw a curve along the surface. You will find something like this where the shape is split. To fix that, select the brush menu, scroll down to modifiers, and under modifiers, see that the try parts are on. As soon as you turn the weld points and click the curve again, it will update and join and weld the shape. So make sure that the weld point options is on under the brush modifiers. So you can update the size by changing the scale of the brush. As you can see, there's a taper along the curve. So in order to get the taper, we have used this graph. The left side of the graph indicates the root of the hair, the middle part of the hair, the right point indicates the tip of the hair. Let's now create one more modification or one more version of the IMM hairbrush. As you can see, we are done with the third version of the IMM hairbrush we are creating. You will simply select the IMM brush and then go to the brush palette. So we'll append it to the same IMM brush palette. So now we have three versions of the IMM brushes for the hair. Let's try it out and see how the result comes with the third IMM hairbrush. So with the curve mode on, initially you know that we need to turn on the weld points from the brush menu under modifiers. As you can see, there's a slight difference between the third brush version and the second one. Second one is more straight linear, and third one is having a slightly uh, rounder shape in the middle. Okay, and it's giving a more organic look. So this way you can create various forms or various styles of hair IMM brushes, and based on the style or the variations you create, you can create variations in hair. In case you want to delete any of the IMM hair brushes, you can just select that brush from the palette, go to the brush menu, scroll down to create, and on the create you can see delete mesh. When you hit that, the selected IMM brush version will be deleted in case you don't like it. You can name the brushes simply by naming the mesh you have created before creating it or turning it into an IMM hairbrush. Last but not least, don't forget to save it. So with the brush selected, save as. So go to the location where you want to save it temporarily or in your document space wherever you want to save it. Name it. So I'll name it as Stylized Hair IMM Brush and save it. Now, if you want that IMM brush to pop up every time in the brush palette when you open it, you need to save this into your startup under your C program files in the Zbrush in the brush presets folder inside the Z startup. I'll paste this as well in the same startup folder. I've turned on ZBrush again once more, and if you go into the brush palette, we'll find the Stylized Hairbrush IMM hairbrush is present with the startup. Let's use this brush to create some stylized hair on this base hair mesh we had created earlier. If you want to check how to create this kind of a hair using a single mesh only by sculpting, I'll provide you the link in the I button above. Or else if you want to create a stylized hair like this, you can follow this tutorial and create your own IM brushes, hair brushes, and then apply it over the scalp or over the base hair mesh once you've created the basic form of the hair and the hair flow directions. So friends, I hope you've learned something from it and you'll apply it while creating hair brushes. If you have any questions or queries, please let me know. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you get notifications. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. Till then, take care, stay safe. Goodbye. Love you all.